Get this video to 15 likes and I'll make a full video on the race. Well, here we go then.
Wait, he brake tested me!
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since the last long form video, if you will, long content. But we're back, and boy, oh boy, are we back with a very strong one here today. This is a very good two races actually. We have two races here, so stick until the end, because let me tell you, it's just absolute chaos. There's dirty drivers, chaos, crashes, everything. This has it all. So as we start the race here, we're starting on pole position, you know, as always, best qualifier in the universe, and that is a lie. I am not really that good at qualifying. I just happen to have this video which I started on pole. So thankfully I get a good start, and there's already chaos behind me happening. There's already people battling and fighting, which is good for me. I'm not complaining. I got a good start. It's a short lap here, and I think it's a 6-lap race, I believe. So it's kind of a sprint race, and every lap is like, I think less than a minute, if I remember correctly. So as we approach, this is the second final corner already, and have about maybe half a second of a lead. It's also a fairly slow car, so however, this is not gonna last long as we approach the final corner, long straight here. Come in the final corner. This is a very fun corner. It's a fast right-hander, really enjoyable. And if you look behind me any second now, you'll see the guy behind me gets a great exit, and I'm gonna go defensive. I'm gonna pull to the right. He's gone to the left. He's going to the outside. He's gonna swing around the outside, and I think there was a little bit of a touch. We'll see that later from the external point of view. And this is where the chaos happens. So we're going side by side. I'm still slightly ahead. Now he's ahead, but then if you look at the left, you can't see it, but the white car came in, and so does that black car later. All three of them go wide, and I just passed through. Moses effect, the Super GT will call it. So here's a replay from the external point of view, so you can see exactly what happened. So yeah, here we go. I'm down the inside. I don't think we touched. I'm not sure. You guys tell me down below. Did I touch him? What do you guys think? So as we go side by side through here, he's now temporarily in the lead, and there's the white car. Goes through the inside, and then there's the black car. And you know, just they push each other wide. I mean, when you see something like that, when you see two people already going side by side on a tight corner like that, you do not in, I don't know what universe you're in, you do not ever go for a move there. And when someone does go for a move, and then it's three side by side, three abreast in that corner, in that small corner, a fourth car should never in a million years go for what they did there, for a massive dive at last second. I mean, honestly, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen, but you know, I came out on top, so I'm not really complaining. If anything, it kind of benefited me, because now I'm in the lead with like over a second or something stupid. And for me the chaos is over, but behind me it's not over, because they're battling, and that's not gonna end well for any of them. Watch the red guy, who I think was the same guy who started behind me, who started in second place. So keep an eye out on him, because we'll see near the end of the race what exactly happens with him. So now I am just pulling away, you know, doing fantastically great, and they're behind me. They're just battling, and they're basically hitting each other, making each other lose time, and they're ramming each other. Probably one of the dirty. I mean, just look at that. I think he pushed him there. I don't have actual footage of it right now, but I think he pushed him. This is skipping later forward again, the same battle. The red guy now goes ahead of both of the yellows. That's the guy who started in second place, so he's pretty fast. And then look what the yellow does.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
The yellow basically just goes for a dive bomb. He's done it again. I think that's the same guy who's done it in the first place. He goes for a dive bomb, and he just absolutely pushed him off the track, and he's gonna be really salty. He just made out ahead of the second yellow, and let the hype start, let the music begin, because he's about to attempt something absolutely ridiculous. So basically what he did there, you can't quite understand it, but he tried to, what's the best way to call it? He basically sent him. Here's a replay of it. So he tried to hit him and put him off the track. I gotta say, that's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. I mean, you know, he's trying to do justice, but normally in these positions, what you should really do is just basically ignore him and go on, because you might ruin your race. I don't really care about, if someone did this to me, I don't care about their race, as long as I'm still going fine, you know. I don't care if I ruin their race, but, you know, I don't want to ruin my own race. And he's not done yet. You can see he's weaving there, and he blocks out this poor French guy in the white car, puts him off the track, and he's still not done. As he goes through the finish line, he gives up on his race. He gives up on the race. He gives up on his life. He basically wants to end last at this point. He just stops and parks behind the finish line. Now, I don't know what was the point of that, but he just, you know, people do people, and I won the race, so we're good with that. So this is the second race now. I'm starting second this time, making sure I keep my point clear, and keep this in mind. Make sure to remember that I was absolutely spamming to let's have a clean race, because you'll see. I'm not gonna spoil much. And if you're enjoying and you're still watching, consider, you know, liking the video, and maybe when you're done with this video, consider watching some other videos. Click on the top right, the eye at the end of the video, watch the next video. Anyway, so back with the race. This Polish guy was absolutely, how should I put this into word, desperate to just keep that win, and he doesn't exactly do it in the cleanest ways possible. He doesn't play it fair, doesn't play it safe. Basically, he's too desperate to win the race, to the point whereas he'd do absolutely anything to win the race, basically. So I'm starting second. He got to a good start. I wasn't able to overtake him, but at least I didn't get overtaken by the German guy, and I push him out here. Okay, I push him wide, and at this point I was thinking to myself, okay, I feel bad. I overtook him unfairly. I broke a little bit late. Maybe he broke a little bit early. Is broke the past tense of break? And I don't know. So I broke a little bit late. He broke a little bit early. I went into his back, pushed him a little bit wide, and I was like, okay, I feel bad. If in the next position, in the next corner, if he tries to overtake me, I'll give it back, and I'll give the position back, and that is exactly what I do, because I go defensive, and I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna go wide purposely and let him go by, and he doesn't take that lightly. He pushes me wide, further more than it already was, and then I get overtaken by 3 other cars, and nearly 5, as that Greek guy tried to overtake me, and he's still on my inside, but I managed to defend that. Later, this German guy who was in 3rd place now gets shoved wide by the Czech. Is that Czech? Czech flag? I don't know. And basically, okay, so he gets shoved wide, then I go for a ridiculous move and I spin him wide, but we're not gonna talk about that, okay? I just wanted to position back because I was salty. Is that the right way to put it? No, I wasn't meant to lose it. I gave him the position, so I just wanted it back. So anyway, I don't know how to explain that. So we're just skipping forward a little bit here, speeding things up as I try to catch up with the Polish guy, who was actually fairly fast. He was very fast. It was very difficult to catch up with him. But as we slow down things here, I make a little bit of a mistake. I lose a little bit of time, but you know, it's fine. But as we come through this corner, here's evidence I actually was probably the one who broke a bit too early, and that is that I managed to catch up with him a lot through that corner, and I get a better exit as well than him, and I go in the slipstream. And at this point I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm just gonna get this position back fair and square. Right? Wrong. As we approach the final corner, here we are. He makes a big mistake, scratches the wall, well, an invisible wall, and then I come close to him, and the next thing you know, he brake tested me. Thank you, Mr. Polish dude. Thank you for the brake test. Yeah, I was begging you for a clean race, and instead I'm over here being brake tested. And then the Portuguese guy gets ahead of me as well. So there you have it. Now I'm down 3rd place because this guy decided to brake test me. But it's not over yet. It's absolutely not over yet, because he's still not done with his dirty moves and his dirty stuff. So now I'm in 3rd place, as I said before. Portuguese guy is the next victim of this dirty driver, as we're about to see here in a few minutes, or a few seconds actually. And I don't know what is wrong with this guy, but some people, they're just desperate to win, and they would do absolutely anything to win a race, even though it's ruining other people's races. And please don't do this. But here we go. So I'm battling with this guy. Sadly, I was looking backwards. It's live. I didn't see this happening. But if you look ahead of me, quick zoom in here, and he brake tests the Portuguese guy as well. And at the end of the race, we have a very nice conversation with them. I say nice, but you'll see what I mean. So he hits the invisible wall, which I don't know why it's there, but there's actually an invisible wall there. He hits it, gets spun wise. I'm like, okay, fair position. Then I get overtaken by the other Portuguese guy. And now I'm still stuck in 3rd place. This time with another Portuguese guy ahead of me. I try to overtake him here. We have a little bit of a nice battle. Thankfully, this guy is a clean driver though. So I try to go down the inside, and I'm trying to swing around the outside through this corner. So I try to outbrake him, but if you look at the radar down there, I don't, and he gets ahead of me. So I try to get a better exit than him, and I do. He goes in for some narrow basically, and I try to go around the outside, but obviously that wasn't gonna work, so I just back out of it. And now I am stuck again in 3rd place, behind the other Portuguese guy this time. And the Portuguese guy is actually down, now that I see it. I think that's 5th or 6th place, so hard luck to him. He's not over yet, by the way. At the end of the video, as I said before, there's still chaos after the end of the video. And this is the 2nd final lap, I believe, as we speed things up a little bit here. We approach the final lap. We are in the final lap. I tried to go around the inside here, but there's not, obviously I'm not close enough to make a move. And yeah, that's it. Basically I finished the race in 2nd. Again, a little bit of small mistakes, and I finished the race in 2nd, or 3rd, sorry. I finished the race in 3rd. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the race. So this Polish guy, he brake tested me, and the other Portuguese guy basically ruined our races and unfairly won the race. I should have probably been 1st or 2nd in this race, but that's the game for it. That's Gran Turismo. That's racing. Gran Turismo normally doesn't have dirty people like that, but that's racing for you. Things like that happen, and I get a clean race, which is odd. It gives me a start for a clean race. So here's the conversation. At the end, I'm just gonna leave you with this, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy this conversation, because it's absolutely ridiculous.
Ray, he brake tested me. Honestly, what are we doing? Racing or ping pong?